Hello all, this is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu and today I'm doing a video on the topic of are NEET PG toppers between 1 to 10,000, are they choosing wrong specialities? Okay, so let me cover this topic. I do very few controversial videos and this is going to be one among them. I'm doing it with a purpose, you'll understand by the end of the video. So let me show you what analysis I have done. So this is the analysis of specialities chosen by the top 1 to 10,000 ranks in the last year 2023. In that you can see around 1450 students have taken radiodiagnosis and 3200, that is a significant number, have taken general medicine, and 820 students have taken dermatology. And there are other specialties also: OBG, general surgery, orthopedics, pediatrics, anesthesia, psychiatry. Good to see anesthesia 560 people. So pathology, radiotherapy and community medicine. So let me show you not a bar diagram, a pie diagram, so that you understand better. If you see the pie diagram of last year, significant portion you can see here is actually general medicine. 33.7% of the top 10,000 rankers have taken general medicine, and 15.3% have taken radiodiagnosis, and 8.6% have taken dermatology. So let us understand whether taking up these three specialities, that is general medicine, radiology and dermatology, is it right, or what is my opinion I'm going to tell. So before going into my analysis and interpretation, what I would like you to do is, there is a survey in the description, and that is to help you guys understand, okay, what kind of stipends you get in different medical colleges, and I request you to actually fill in the survey. Okay, so that is about the survey thing. So let us go into the video. Are NEET PG toppers choosing the wrong specialties? So before going into the analysis, there are two varieties of people who are in the toppers. So one variety is the ambitious and hardworking variety. So I think those are the guys who are taking general medicine. The very reason being, they want to get into super specialty like cardiology, neurology, nephrology, endocrine and all that. Okay, they know that it is a very hard path even later on, but they're okay with that because they're very ambitious and hardworking. I totally understand that. And the second variety is that they have worked very hard till now and now they want to relax. So those are the guys who are actually taking up dermatology and radiology, etc. Okay, so some people who take up radiology will have a plan of setting up radio diagnostic center. That's a different discussion. So these are the two varieties of people taking up the top specialties. Okay, and then if you ask me what is my opinion about these three specialties, let me show you. Okay, so let's start analyzing from the first specialty, general medicine. So in my recent videos on general medicine, I told that it is one of the top specialties and very good future prospects are there. Whether it is saturated or not, I told. Please go into my channel and see those videos. And here I would like to tell you a story. Okay, for this hypothetical situation I created. Dr. Suresh Kumar is a NEET PG topper from 2012. Almost 10 years ago. He chose general medicine and due to his reputation and versatility. After completing his MD, he joined a very reputable hospital in Chennai. However, the competition is fierce and he struggled to build a patient base, very overcrowded market. So after that, what happened is he pursued a super specialization in cardiology, which took, he wasted some 1-2 years of time, and then he actually written cardiology DM, and then another 3 years he got trained. So by end of it, what happened is his peers who have done some of the specialties which I'm going to tell you after analyzing these three have actually reached a significant position in their careers. They have become consultants. They have actually reached good positions. So then our Suresh Kumar started his practice from scratch. Okay, so after listening to this story, you would have realized that it is a broad specialty and it's a little burdensome path that you are going to have. Why I'm telling you is, if you have clarity in the mind that this is how it is going to be, then there wouldn't be any kind of a surprise element for you. So why am I talking about talking against general medicine? That is because like a lot of general medicine people are coming up, right? So if you put the math I have done in the general medicine video, it is getting saturated. Okay, a lot of people are coming, and it is becoming very tough to establish a very good practice in cities mainly. Okay, and then the second problem is already I mentioned in the story which I told, the extended period of training to become a specialist and then actually work under somebody for another 3-4 years to build patient base and experience first, and then you build a patient base. It's a long path, but if you have passion towards general medicine, you can always take it. And then studies have shown that there is high element of burnout rate in these specialized fields like cardiology, nephrology, where always you should be on the toes and always you should be playing the A game. Okay, so that is the evidence which is against general medicine. Now let's see the next specialty, radiology. Let me tell you a story. So I'm talking a little against these top specialties with a reason, and but I'm going to show you 10 to 15 specialties which are emerging and which will have very good future in the upcoming times. Let us see the story of Dr. Priya Sharma, who is a top scorer in 2014, and she opted for radiology. Okay, because she felt that it's a high earning area and very advanced technology would be there. And then she got a job in Mumbai, and a few years she noticed a troubling trend. Okay, hospitals began to outsource the imaging work to teleradiology services, and then AI tools are also coming up, which are actually diagnosing certain conditions, and the hospitals are actually trying to downsize the workforce in radiology. And then she started questioning whether she has taken a good decision or not. So, and then now she's considering going into a subspecialty like neuroradiology, which requires a DM again for another 3 years. So this is the situation she's facing now. Okay, so basically the probable reasons which are against radiology is that there is an oversupply in the urban areas. So rapid influx of radiologists happen into metro cities. So there is an element of job saturation among the radiologists. Okay, and the salaries are not like before. The salaries actually are almost like how much anesthetist or how much a regular general surgeon gets. Previously it used to be double, okay, when I was studying, but now the situation is not like that, and now they're getting almost like similar salaries from the beginning. And there is a ceiling for radiology salary. Even you gain experience just like any anesthesia or any other specialty. After a certain time, that ceiling will be reached, and AI threat is there. Okay, the threat from AI is always there. Workforce reduction is surely going to happen, and if some specialty is going to get affected, that is going to be radiology by AI. And next top specialty would be dermatology. Okay, dermatology, let us see the story of Dr. Anjali, and she is a topper in 2015, and she felt that very good work-life balance would be there, and she has taken dermatology. After completing her residency, she set up a private practice in Delhi focusing on cosmetic dermatology, which is trending. So initially the practice flourished and she actually is doing good, but after that what happened is a lot of people entered in that particular cosmetic dermatology in that area, and then and also a lot of non-medical cosmetic practitioners started coming. Okay, so and then what happened is they started eating off our client base, and they started doing procedures in a cheaper cost. So what happened, this led to a very competitive business model for her, and now she's actually questioning whether she has taken a good decision or not. So what are the points against dermatology? Extremely high competition, and competition with certain non-medical people also entering into this cosmetic area, and the scope is little narrowed down compared to other broader specialities. And the patient expectation pressure, I'll tell you what patient expectation pressure is. So cosmetically what happens is the patient expectations would be very, very, very high. So how much ever you do to the patient, they will be dissatisfied. So repeatedly they would be actually coming to your OPD with some kind of a dissatisfaction. And then in social media also they would put little negative comments, because most of the people who come for cosmetic would be very active in the social media. If something goes wrong by chance, then they will put some negative comments in social media. Now everything is based on Google reviews. Okay, in Google review, if you have a negative comment, people unfortunately they read that review before coming. That is not a good way and healthy way, because anybody who don't understand medical knowledge can also put a Google review, but unfortunately that is how it's working. People are actually reading the Google reviews before they actually come to you. So these kind of pressures are there for dermatology. So then when I told little negatives about all the top 3 specialties, then if you ask me, then what should we take, Dr. Dheeraj, what should we do, then now I'll tell you certain specialties. It's going to be a little lengthy video, I can understand, but that is it's a much needed video at the present times. So based on future projection and having some element of work-life balance, competition, and consider all those factors, and I made this list. So in that, emergency medicine I would keep as a good specialty for future. I'll tell you because see, emergency medicine is required in every hospital, and departments are required. On an average, a department would have anywhere between 10 to 15 people, because they need to cover right round the clock. So hospital would be okay to hire more people. Okay, that is one advantage, and a lot of future scope is there, because if emergency is good, lot of admissions happen to the hospital. So that is why hospitals would actually invest on the emergency medicine. That is the trend I am observing in all the bigger hospitals. Not only big hospitals, in all the smaller hospitals also, they're focusing on emergency. And the earning potential, if you see, so it is not like other specialty where you actually compete for salaries. So there is no competition with the other person here. It's like a team actually. So it's more like team in the triaging, emergency, crisis. It will be more like that. So one emergency physician wouldn't compete with the other physician, for a patient or anything. So the salaries are fine. You might reach a ceiling, but that is okay, I think so. In a longer run, that would be better. The same principles apply to critical care medicine and anesthesia also. So actually I have to put all these 3 specialties into one cluster, and the same principles apply to all these 3. Among these 3, which is better, please don't ask me, because all these 3 are very essential services for any hospital to operate, and almost 50 to 70 people would be there in these 3 specialties in any hospital you take, and earning potentials are good, and they are paid well, and you will have a very upper middle class life, and very but there is a ceiling problem in the salaries, but I recommend these specialties because the job guarantee is there. You don't have to get a patient and be in a stressful situation all the time. The patient reviewing feedbacks, Google reviews, and all those problems are not there. So you come, do your work, take your salary and go. It will be something like that. Okay. Family medicine, I actually recommend in most of my videos. See, many people are saying that you might not get a job, or see, how are you asking a top 10,000 rank person to take a family medicine? So I know, I can understand now you wouldn't be taking, but the thing is, family medicine is more like a GP practice you can do. You can link up with certain apartment complexes and then actually run a very good practice. You will have a cool life, and then minimum guarantee patients would come to you if you are little smart enough. And I know corporate hospitals wouldn't actually take family medicine at present, but in future they might take. It is an upcoming specialty. You can check out a video which I've done about family medicine in my channel. Okay, so it is a good specialty, but it is more like if you want to have a cool life, and you'll have a long-term relationships with the patient, and the holistic care you can provide. Okay, psychiatry. So psychiatry, mental health issues are rising globally. So I feel there is a very good scope for psychiatrists. Okay, the problem is again the saturation in the psychiatry market is what my friends are telling me. It is happening in certain tier 2, tier 3 places, and in tier 1 also it is happening. So other than that, psychiatry would have a very good scope in future. So my next favorite specialty would be physical medicine and rehabilitation. If you ask me, and if you give me a time machine and if you send me back, this is one of the specialties I would choose, because it is rapidly growing and very few people are there. And then the advancements that I'm seeing in physical medicine rehabilitation is crazy. There are robots coming, there are virtual reality, augmented reality, so many things. And you can actually run a very profitable business model with physical medicine rehabilitation. You take in, even you can set up in a corporate, or you can set up your own center, and it is needed for multiple specialties. You will be the center actually for multiple specialties, and that's all I can say. I don't want to go into more detail. Maybe I will do a separate video on this, explaining in detail. Okay, pulmonology is one of my favorites, and I think around 6 months back, a pulmonologist called me saying that he's not getting a job after pulmonology. It might it see. So my point is, what I really feel is you should go for a DM in pulmonology after general medicine, and then what happens is you would have read about all the systems, and then you're specializing into one system. In that way, you'll have actually more uh, you know a holistic way of looking at the disease, and not only that, more respect you'll get in any organization. That's the best way of doing it. Or if you want to do direct pulmonology also, it would be fine, but after that you can actually venture into interventional pulmonology, or you can actually develop an endoscopic ultrasound, EBUS it is called. Also, all those things you can learn, and it will have a very good future. And sleep medicine is also a very good fellowship after pulmonology you can do. So all these things I have done a video in detail, you can actually check over in that. So infectious diseases is another very good area which I'm looking at, and because a lot of corporate hospitals are having many ICUs, starting from pulmonary, like CCU will be there, MICU, neuro ICU, pediatric ICU. So many infections would be there, and infection risk is increasing. So we need at least 1 to 2 experts in infectious diseases. In future, there will be a separate requirement. They would be doing rounds in ICU. They will be seeing the patients. So infectious diseases also would be a very good option, and very good research opportunities, abroad opportunities you might get with infectious diseases. So, and transfusion medicine and blood bank also is a very futuristic model, because all the hospitals would require a blood bank. See, none of the complex surgeries can be done without a proper blood bank. So even this is a very good area to actually work on, and I think this is another very good specialty you should consider. I will do a separate video on transfusion medicine. So like the palliative medicine also is a very important field, because aging population is increasing, a lot of cancers are increasing. So we need somebody to provide an end of the life care and manage symptoms of the serious cancers and illnesses. So this field is also expected to actually grow in future, looking at the number of old geriatric patients increasing. In my video on highest paid, you can see that I've shown all the graphs and math and how many geriatric people are going to increase. It is in 10 years 30 crore geriatric people will be there in India. So palliative medicine will have a very good scope. Nuclear medicine and radiation oncology are very futuristic specialties. So one deals with diagnosing, and other deals with treating the cancers with radiation. Both are very good specialties. And last but not the least, hospital administration, because a lot of new hospitals are coming up. If doctors are getting into hospital administration, that would be a very good area to explore. So these are the different futuristic specialties I would recommend, and you take a call. If you actually want to take up those 3 top specialties, you are free to choose. But I seriously feel that these are having more, I don't call it, they are superior to the top 3. But the thing is that even with these, you can succeed. And I think these are the specialties where, fewer people are there, and more chance of abroad opportunities, more chances of actually having a cooler life, and less competition, and all these aspects would be there. It is a little controversial video, I can totally understand, and but I had to do this particular video to guide you about these specialties, because when you do your internship, you would be actually knowing about only few specialties, right? But all these specialties you wouldn't work actually. So I'm trying to tell you that there is enough scope in all the specialties, and job opportunities are there. Okay, thank you very much for following the video till now. Let's see you in another video. Okay.